Three games across Major League Baseball saw 25 or more total runs scored yesterday. So guess what? For Saturday, I'm going to tell you to bet a bunch of unders. 5 free plays coming up for Saturday, August 2nd, including the early game on FS1 between the Orioles and Cubs. Went just 2-3 with the Power 5 yesterday, so got to bounce back. Do me a favor, smash that like button whenever you do agree with one of the following free plays. My hope is that you agree with all 5. We're going to start at 2:20 Eastern in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, where the Cubs are hosting the Orioles. This game will be on FS1. Yesterday here on the Power 5, I told you to bet the Cubs. That was a winner, but needless to say, it would have been much easier to bet the under, considering the Cubs won that game 1-0. So for Saturday, we will look to go under 8. Anytime the total is this low for a game at Wrigley, as many of you know, you have to figure the wind is going to be blowing in. But Cubs starter Matthew Boyd, well, he doesn't need any help from the wind. He had a 25-inning scoreless streak before giving up 5 runs against Milwaukee earlier in the week. I was actually on Milwaukee in that game. But Boyd has a much more favorable matchup here, facing an Orioles lineup that had just 3 hits yesterday. Yes, just 3 hits for the O's. Their offensive production falls way off when they are the road team. As a matter of fact, they average 1.65 runs per game fewer on the road versus at home. Only team with a bigger drop-off road versus home is Colorado, who obviously there's a huge difference playing in Coors Field versus not. More on the Rockies later, by the way. But under 8 here for Orioles Cubs. I also think Tomoyuki Sagano, the O's starter, will pitch well. All right, number 2, speaking of the Pirates, let's talk about them and the Rockies, 3:10 Eastern. Why would I want to talk about these two moribund teams? Well, first off, did you hear about last night's series opener? Did you see what happened? The Pirates led 9-0 and 12-4, but end up losing the game in shocking fashion, 17-16, as the Rockies scored 5 times in the bottom of the 9th. Well, Paul Skeens is on the mound this afternoon for the Pirates, and I think you can expect a much different game. We have a total of 10, and I like the under. This will be the highest total for any Skeens start this season. In fact, there have been only 4 games, guys, that Skeens has started where the total has been 8 or higher. None of those since May 18th. Oh, by the way, Skeens' last 6 starts, they've all stayed under, and he didn't allow any runs in 4 of them. The Rockies, they're the 3rd lowest scoring team in all of baseball. Even at Coors Field, they don't average a ton. Of course, the flip side here, the Pirates, they rank dead last in runs per game, both overall and on the road. So that's under 10 on Pirates. Rockies. Number 3, let's talk about Yankees Marlins. This is a 4:10 Eastern start. Another matchup that produced a ton of runs yesterday. The Marlins win in come from behind fashion, 13-12. The Yankees' new look bullpen, they made all those trades. Well, they didn't look any better than the old bullpen. The Yanks had previously won 79 straight times when scoring 10 or more runs, but not yesterday. Now, the good news for Saturday is I don't think they're going to need to score 10 times. However, I do worry about the Yankees' ability to score themselves here. Give me the under 8.5 for this one. We've got a great starting pitching matchup here with Cam Schlittler versus Yuri Perez. Perez for Miami has not allowed more than 2 runs in any of his last 5 starts, a 1.29 ERA during that stretch. Need I remind you, Aaron Judge still on the IL for the Yankees, way lower scoring game than yesterday. Take the under here. Now, here's one. Giants Mets, 4:10 Eastern, a play a lot less likely to raise some eyebrows for you. I like the Giants team total under 3.5. It is juiced up to -145 at DraftKings, so perhaps shop around, but certainly you cannot expect this impoverished Giants lineup to do much against Mets starter Kodai Senga. So much for that Rafael Devers trade, huh? The Giants, they're now bottom 6 in runs per game for the year. Yes, they did win yesterday, 4-3. But Senga, not only has he not lost a decision going back to May 19th, I know he spent some time on the IL, but he's allowed more than 3 earned runs in just 1 start this season. Remember, the Mets just bolstered their bullpen at the trade deadline as well. Another game where runs should be scarce, at least for one team. All right, let's go to the last one, and it is Braves-Reds, 7:15 Eastern from Bristol Motor Speedway. Yes, you heard that correctly. This game will destroy MLB's single-game attendance record. As of this recording, at least 85,000 people are expected to be on hand. You can watch it on Fox. Should be a great atmosphere. Seems like a tricky game to handicap because of the neutral site. but I like the Reds behind Chase Burns. Burns knows a thing or two about speed. How about 30 strikeouts his last 3 starts? Yes, averaging 10 Ks per start over the last 3. Now, the Braves are going with Spencer Strider. But how can you trust an Atlanta team that has been the worst to bet on in all of baseball this season? Betting the Braves on the money line in every game this year would have lost you more money than betting the Rockies on the money line in every game this year. I think that says it all. Cincinnati is the only team yet to be swept in a series this season. That record is still intact following yesterday's 3-2 win. We cashed the Reds' first 5 in Thursday's opener. I'll back them full game tonight on Fox. All right, it's recap time here for the Power 5. Number 1, we like the Orioles Cubs under 8. Number 2, we like the Pirates Rockies under 10. Number 3, we like the Yankees Marlins under 8.5. Number 4, Giants team total under 3.5 against the Mets. And then number 5, live from Bristol Motor Speedway, we like the Reds to take out the Braves. Go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts on today's free plays. If there is another game you want to know about, ask away. If I see it in time, I'll be happy to answer. Or you can, of course, just simply let us know what you are betting on Saturday as well. Then what you want to do is head on over to wt.buzz/BP for my top 2 plays. Both can be yours for only $29 as a little thanks to all of you loyal viewers of the Power 5. I'm going to let you know one of my top 2 plays. I gave it to you for free. It's the Reds. If you want to wait until after 7:15 Eastern to get the other, you can get it for just $25. I'm on a 65, 46-1 all sports run. Clients up 56.4 units since May 24th. Number 2 in net profit for the year at WagerTalk. You can get on board all the way through Halloween. I talked about this yesterday. Special low price of just $6.50 per day. That price will cover all sports, including football, both NFL and college, not to mention European soccer when that gets started in 2 weeks. That is going to do it for this edition of the Power 5. I really hope you enjoyed it, guys. Smash that like button if you did. Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. I will, of course, be back tomorrow with another edition of the show. Until then, let's cash some tickets.